Over the past 50 years, tourism has become one of the most diverse and fastest growing industries all around the world. With so many types of tourist activity and destination, it is no wonder that hundreds of millions of people purchase tourism packages that are offered by the thousands of companies within the industry. At present, one of the most popular activities across the globe is snow sports. Currently, there are over 65 million skiers and snowboarders worldwide, and that is a number that's still growing. With such a high demand for participation in snow sports, the number of ski resorts has grown exponentially to accommodate for the accumulating number of tourists willing to travel thousands of miles to locate the ideal conditions to partake in snow activities. Here is a map of the world that illustrates the most popular regions for participation in snow sports, but doesn't clearly begin to stress the true number of individual resorts. The second map gives a better representation of the number of ski resorts and their density within each country. It is clear to see that the majority of ski resorts across the globe are located in North America and Canada and parts of Europe. Not only have the number of ski resorts increased, but since the introduction of snowboarding in the late 1980s, many ski resorts have increased in size in regards to their land coverage and accommodation capacity. And from this short montage, it is possible to fully understand the scale of development undertaken in mountainous regions to improve the provision for snow sports. In cases such as the Alps, the provision for skiing covers most of the mountain range. Despite the demand of snow sports being on the continuous rise, the success of the industry is arguably fragile as it relies on one fundamental aspect: snow coverage in the area of operation. The first commercial development of ski resorts in the UK was in Scotland in the 1960s in the Cairngorm region, establishing Aviemore as its pioneering ski centre. Since then, there has been a development of a further 4 ski resorts in the Scottish mountains. These locations are Glenshee, the largest of all the resorts, Glencoe, the Nevis Range, and the Lecht. Historically, the popularity of snow sports in Scotland is complementary to the global trend, and the success of Scottish ski resorts is due to the high abundance of high quality snow, although this was predominantly in the 1980s. Still, in the present day, a heavy snowfall would definitely attract skiers and snowboarders to the area. For example, in 1999, especially good weather brought plentiful snow coverage, resulting in ski lift sales in Glenshee and Cairngorm being 31,164 and 3,219 respectively. In more recent years, the trend of participation in snow sports in Scotland is generally on the decline. Due to the effects of global warming, snow coverage, as we can see here, is less than reliable. Previously in the 1980s, snow coverage had a decadal mean of almost 3 meters in depth, and fresh snow would arrive on average every 12 days. In the current climate, snow coverage between 1990 and 1996 had fallen to only 1 meter 63 centimeters, and frequency of fresh snowfall had risen to approximately 16 days. But is this new apparent negative trend to participation of snow sports in Scotland being mirrored elsewhere?
The Coast Mountain Range, British Columbia, Canada. Home to North America's #1 rated 4-season resort destination. 2 side-by-side mountains with the greatest vertical rise, the most terrain, and the best variety of ski and snowboard experiences anywhere in North America. This is Whistler Blackcomb.
Despite Canada's first ski resort being built in Banff in 1934, Whistler Blackcomb is one of the world's largest and most prestigious ski resorts. Containing over 200 ski runs, Whistler provides provision for snow sports across 2 mountains, and once again the success of snow sports here is due to the copious amounts of snow that falls through a large part of the year. Here we have a chart displaying the average snowfall between 1979 and 1997 in different regions of Canada. With Whistler being located on the west coast near Vancouver, you can clearly see the average snowfall within this time of at least 100 centimeters, ranging up to 300 centimeters or more in the mountainous regions, and therefore has made it a reliable location for snow sports. In comparison, here is a graph and raw data for Whistler's snow depth for each month of the winter seasons between 2007 and 2011. Although this is only a snapshot of the snowfall in recent times, The graph and total mean of snow depth over the period suggests little, if any, change. However, over the past 20 years, a variance in the commencement of the winter's first snowfall has been noted, which has also been attributed to the effects of global warming.
The atmosphere provides Earth with a natural warming effect. Special molecules called greenhouse gases absorb some heat radiated from the sun, while the rest is radiated back into space. The top major contributors of greenhouse gas emissions include exhaust from automobiles and smoke from coal-burning power plants. An increase of forest fires or deforestation for land clearing has lessened the amount of trees which can remedy excess CO2. Any resource-consuming method releasing quantities of carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, or even water vapor contributes to the effect, and in turn, the Earth becomes hotter. Increases of just a few degrees of the average global temperature can reform climates.
So as global warming is heating up the Earth, it is easy to see why it affects variances in snowfall coverage and duration in many ski resorts. The importance of addressing the issue of receding snow coverage is that when asked if snow coverage in this area was to become unreliable or poor quality, many tourists responded with either lower participation in snow sports or seek a new reliable location. This would mean that any ski resort that had poor quality snow on a regular basis would surely encounter financial difficulties. Strategies towards improving participation in snow sports in less unfavourable times have been implemented by ski resorts for many years, and so here is a brief review of these applied strategies and their benefits. From the perusal of dedicated snow sports advertisements, it became quickly clear which initiatives were employed by major ski resorts in attracting participants into the area. These initiatives include hire of equipment and clothing, refreshment facilities sporadically spread around the piste, suitable and authentic accommodation, increasing the number of ski runs, and money-saving deals that cater for a broader range of interests. In the case of catering for a diversity of interests, 90% of all ski centres have at least one terrain park containing half-pipes, superpipes, and other obstacles which have been directly associated in the 4% rise of participation in snowboarding. Additionally, many ski resorts have expanded their use of the mountain outside the winter season, making them four-season resorts. Consequently, in periods of unreliable snow, or for the people who choose not to ski, there are many other activities such as spa relaxation, shops, exquisite dining, and guided walks. The large initiative employed by the majority of ski resorts is the production of artificial snow. As we can see here, the process involves projecting water through a snow cannon into air cool enough to crystallize the mist into snow. This method to resolving poor snow coverage is extremely popular as it can be improved enough to continue participation throughout unreliable seasons and outside the normal winter. The benefits of snowmaking don't stop with ski resorts. Due to this technology, indoor snow centres are becoming more frequently found around the world. Currently in the UK there are 7 indoor centres, but USA only received their first in 1994 and Canada still don't have any. The benefits of indoor centres are that they create opportunity in introductory sessions and regular participants are able to practice without incurring the expenses of travelling abroad. One of the most recent initiatives becoming more widely recognised is increasing the provision of snow sports for people with disabilities. Due to the technologically advanced society, adaptive equipment, specialised lessons and alternative methods of descending the mountain are all readily available, but this is an area both Scotland and Canada are already excelling in. With legislation changes in the UK assisting people with disabilities to participate in different sports, Avonmore have formed a strong bond with Disability Snow Sports UK. As a result, many of their instructors are qualified in adaptive coaching. Additionally, the combination of these organisations has resulted in the UK's newest disability snow festival, the MV Festival or Mountain Valleys Festival. Similarly, the provision for disability snow sports in Canada is exceptional, but one of the main reasons for this affects every snow participant. In 2010, Canada held their Winter Olympic Games for the second time, this time in Vancouver. As is tradition, it was also host to the 10th Winter Paralympics a short time earlier. As is often the case, the result of hosting such a prestigious international event means the facilities at Whistler are at an international standard and the legacy to provide for all has been left. This means dedicated adaptive coaches and plentiful quantities of adaptive equipment. Finally, after much research, the most unique strategy implemented by ski resorts was a process called cloud seeding. Similar to snow cannons, cloud seeding is effectively turning water into snow, but this process uses pellets of silver iodine that are dropped from a plane into clouds. The silver iodine binds with the water, forming snowflakes in cold temperatures. Cloud seeding not only allows control of where precipitation occurs, but also augments the yield within the cloud. Although cloud seeding is used in Canada, evidence suggests it's for other purposes than prolonging participation in snow sports. In fact, an adaptation of cloud seeding is currently being used in Snowy Mountain, Australia and Lake Tahoe in East California. Here silver iodine is burnt into orographic winds, lifting the silver iodine into the clouds above the mountain. This process has reportedly improved snow coverage in the Snowy Mountain by 12 to 24 inches. As this is a new process, it is no wonder that neither Scotland nor Canada have pursued this strategy, but if results from Australia and California prove promising, this is sure to be a consideration for Scotland and Canada in the future. In conclusion, the problem faced with the ever-changing unpredictability of natural snow coverage to provide for snow sports has led to an uncertain future of snow sports in some countries and resorts all over the world taking matters into their own hands. The initiatives that are employed by ski resorts appear to be effective in the short and possibly medium term, but if climate change continues to affect natural snow coverage, the responses such as snow cannons may be more financially damaging to a company rather than assisting in improving provision of snow sports. Additionally, it will be countries such as Scotland and others that are further away from the polar ice caps that will be first to cease trade in snow activities. This in turn will mean that skiers from Scotland will need to seek new suitable destinations, which may lead to the overcrowding in the more popular resorts such as Whistler. Finally, I propose that if outdoor snow centres do succumb to the detrimental effects of climate change, then the use of indoor centres will become even more popular and even a possible replacement.